All right. Thank you for tuning in for another episode. Getting it in a little late here. Rate, tune, subscribe. Uh, let's go ahead and get into it. So, Kyler Murray admitted last year he didn't spend extensive time watching film, and they added into his contract that he must watch film, I believe, for 4 hours a week. Independent study. This is for a grown man that's getting paid millions of dollars, over $40 million a year. They have to mandate it in his contract that he studies. I said the Cardinals could win the Super Bowl. I'm out. I said they could win the NFC. And if you get in the Super Bowl, who knows what happened? I'm out. I'm out. Sell the stock. It all makes sense now. They always start off hot, they fade. He always starts off hot, he fades because he doesn't put the work in. Could you imagine Peyton Manning or any of the other quarterbacks, them having to put this type of stipulation in? It's funny, it's apropos. I remember Jamarcus Russell, he just did an interview on the Pivot podcast. I thought he's not an interesting character. He's just someone who liked the fame of being a football player more than he actually liked being a football player. And he took the money, he got rich, and he ran. And I'm not saying Kyler Murray's doing the same thing, but it was just the vibe with him and the team has always been a little off. Always thought, hey, this team should be better than it is. What is the deal? And this right here, because you don't put this in the contract if you don't have a concern of it. I've never heard of this before. I've never heard independent study. And if he doesn't, it jeopardizes guaranteed money. That's crazy. That is crazy. And it says here at the end, he wouldn't be the first player to rely excessively on natural skill. Listen, man, it's the NFL. Everybody's skilled. You got to put the work in. I'm out. I'm out. Because if they have to put it in the contract, that means it was a problem. It was a problem. He's probably, as soon as practice is over, all right, I'm out. It was a problem. So I'm out on that. It's crazy. I almost think, part of me thinks like, man, why did they even put it into the contract? That's like embarrassing. But it was that big of a problem that they had to do it. So I don't know. We'll see. That's insane. Orlando Brown Jr. will not report to camp. You see, this is the thing. He's not going to report to camp. He's a bigger guy as it is. He's probably going to come in a little bit overweight, or he's going to miss a certain amount of games. This is how you get hurt. Again, my man Patty Mahomes fell short a couple hundred just so they could take care of these type of players, and he doesn't have to worry about this. Now his left tackle is not playing. Some in the organization are frustrated and disappointed that Brown declined their long-term offer. I thought the offer was good. I'm not going to count somebody else's money, but if you're Patrick Mahomes, like, man, I took less. The number one receiver and probably the best weapon in football is out, and now my left tackle is holding out. Like, what is going on? Like Marvin Gaye said, what is going on? Bengals a whole focus. I'm gonna do the Bengals breakdown here pretty soon, but man, there's no reason to think that they can't repeat. They improved their offensive line. There's no reason to think that they can't repeat. So let's see here. NBA. Celtics engaged with Nets for talks on KD. This was a surprising report to see. Jaylen Brown, after the report surfaced, put a shake my head emoji, or not emoji, but on Twitter. It's interesting. They won the Super Bowl. They won the the Eastern Conference Finals. They were in the playoffs. They were up 2-1, up in the fourth quarter. Young team, you would think, hey, we add Brogdon, let's ride the momentum. But they put in an offer. Can you really knock them for it? I am not a person who believes the Celtics can win the title. I think the two of those players are limited. Go watch my video why the Celtics cannot win a title. I think a lot of the points that I make still stands. Um, and maybe they feel that way too. Like, hey, we went to the finals, but Giannis and the Bucks weren't healthy. They're going to probably be healthy this year. Miami's kicking the tires on a couple different players. Philadelphia's improved this roster, and Harden looks like he's lost weight. Like, we can't sit on our laurels here. Like, is Brogdon going to be enough? There's a reason I like Brogdon's talent, but there's a reason that he went for so little. I wouldn't do the deal. KD's 34. Someone still has to explain to me how he got swept and how he looked so poor in doing it. He's 34. He might be slowing down. He's coming off a major injury. He's someone who has not been happy. Wasn't happy in Oklahoma City. Wasn't happy with the Warriors. Was not happy with Brooklyn. So at a certain point in time, right? You look at it and you're like, hey, this team, we like each other. There's a camaraderie, there's a passion, there's a spirit of defense. Grant Williams may talk too much, but he's like the annoying little brother. Like, we have our formula here. If we get this guy, is he going to mess it up? Is he going to clap for the ball and not let Tatum shine? Is he going to commit the way that everybody else is committing defensively? So I wouldn't do it. At his age, I probably wouldn't even do it straight up, to be honest. One guy's 26. One guy's going to be 25 this year. One guy is 34. Like, that's just it's too much. It's too much of a, and again, explain to me what happened to him in the Eastern Conference Finals. Why did he look so bad? Could it be he's not in his prime anymore? He's had Achilles injuries, he's had foot surgery, he's had knee injuries. He's not the biggest guy at all. It's not like he has the strongest frame. So are we watching his downfall? Are we watching his descent? Watching LeBron and watching Tom Brady gets you thinking that, hey, this is how guys are going to age. All guys are going to age. Chris Paul. But some guys, man, they still aging like milk. So it depends on the frame and the time that you put into your body. Does KD look like he's putting millions of dollars into his body? So, I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying 1 + 1 = 2. There's no way I would do that. No way. No way. Come on, get out of here. All right. College football. NBC Sports. Let me see, because I saw something today. Sports, college football. I saw something today about University of Texas. Oh, they're boring. I'm just gonna pull up ESPN's thing. So I saw something today about University of Texas. They're going to be favored in every game that they play this year besides the Alabama game. Count me as one that doesn't believe that Alabama is this juggernaut team. Could they make the playoffs this year? It's been a long time. I do know that. I think we can all agree about that. It's been a long time since they were actually a contender. What is this thing? Oh, right here, NFC. Yeah, I don't see it here, but yeah, they include 11 of their 12 games. So Texas, if they can get to the playoff this year, going into the year that they're going to go into the SEC, I mean, that's fabulous. Put some way above schedule. You have Arch Manning coming in. I mean, it's just that puts them way ahead of schedule. I'm excited. I'm so excited for this college football season. I'm so excited for this college football season. There's about 7 or 8 teams who definitely could have an opportunity to win. A lot of them are the biggest names. USC is getting the most money in. I think I talked about that yesterday. But I'm excited to see college football. I'm excited to even watch week 0. They have a couple strong games. So, but yeah. Now, the thing about Texas, them being favored in 11 or 12 games, if you have listened to my content about college football, I haven't really hammer this point home. But I actually think Sarkisian is one of the more overrated coaches in football. He's just always given this label as a mind, while I think that just pound for pound, a coach like Lane Kiffin has been far better than him, has done far more with less. So this is going to be a real, test on him. Your favorite in all the games except the Alabama game. You've had what? This is going to be year 3 now to build up your recruiting base. It's not like Charlie Strong left you nothing. So what are we going to see this year? So yeah, I'm really excited about that. But I'll go ahead and leave it there. I need to pump out these season previews. Just got some other business that I'm attending to, but start pumping these out sooner than later. Try to get them done first week of August. So look out for those. All right, leave it here. The game is again. All right, thank you for watching this clip. Do me a favor, push the button, hit subscribe. Come on, man, push it.
Call everybody up! Push the goddamn button! Push the goddamn button! You heard what she said.
Man, do what's right. You heard her. Push the button. The game is again.
So what's up, man? What's up with you otherwise, The game is a game. Always.